older design is you still have hard controls, physical buttons and dials for both the volume.
We have a very good reason. This is the first time we're featuring this 2020 Infiniti.
Buying a new car? Don't get stuck with a lemon. We're about to reveal the cars that are more likely to leave you stranded and broke. These are the models with a reputation for breaking down long before they hit 60,000 miles. From engine troubles to electrical nightmares, these cars are notorious for draining your wallet with endless repairs. Get ready for a shocking exposé that could save you thousands. Stay tuned to discover which cars you absolutely need to avoid. Jeep 4xe models. The Jeep 4xe models, such as the Grand Cherokee and Wrangler, were promoted as the ideal fusion of off-road resilience and environmentally conscious hybrid power. However, for a multitude of owners, these vehicles have proven to be far from dependable. The principal problem originates in the hybrid battery system, which has exhibited a tendency to malfunction prematurely. When the battery malfunctions, it results in significant performance deficiencies, including the potential danger of the vehicle igniting. Although Jeep has endeavored to promote these 4xe models as the vanguard of off-roading, the actuality is that the hybrid system is undependable and hazardous, rendering it an inadvisable selection for thrill-seekers who prioritize both performance and safety. Beyond the hybrid battery complications, the Jeep 4xe models have been afflicted by drivetrain malfunctions. These malfunctions frequently leave owners stranded, hindering them from completely enjoying the off-road capabilities they were assured. The amalgamation of a flawed hybrid system and a malfunctioning drivetrain erodes the very essence of what Jeep is renowned for: robust, all-terrain vehicles. Rather than dominating challenging terrain, the 4xe models often end up immobilized in the mire, both literally and metaphorically, as owners grapple with recurrent mechanical issues that impede them from utilizing their vehicles for their intended purpose. In addition to the battery and drivetrain issues, the 4xe models have also been hit hard by ongoing electrical problems. Jeep owners have shared their frustrations with the vehicle's electrical system, which impacts everything from basic features like lights to essential components such as the hybrid system. These persistent issues make it difficult to rely on the vehicle for long-term use. When you invest your hard-earned money in a vehicle that's meant to be rugged and reliable, the last thing you want is to face a barrage of electrical glitches that could leave you stranded at a critical moment. Jeep's 4xe models were intended to revolutionize the market by combining eco-friendly technology with their renowned off-road prowess. Sadly, the reality falls short of expectations. Rather than providing a dependable hybrid off-roading experience, these vehicles have turned out to be a hybrid nightmare on wheels. The ongoing troubles with the battery, drivetrain, and electrical systems make these vehicles a risky choice, leaving owners feeling frustrated and financially burdened. If you want a vehicle that can genuinely tackle whatever the road or trail throws your way, it's best to steer clear of the Jeep 4xe models. Now, what if your off-road adventure vehicle wasn't as tough as it seemed? Let's just say, not all rugged rides are built to last. Ford Bronco Sport. Ford advertised the Bronco Sport as the ultimate off-road adventure SUV, engineered to dominate challenging terrain effortlessly. However, for numerous owners, this robust facade conceals a multitude of mechanical deficiencies that could transform your dream off-roading escapade into a calamity. A significant problem with the Bronco Sport is its 1.5-litre EcoBoost engine, which has been afflicted with fractured fuel injectors. When these injectors fracture, the consequences can be disastrous. Fuel escapes into the engine, raising the spectre of engine fires. A vehicle intended to accompany you on adventures is instead jeopardizing you with the possibility of being marooned in the wilderness, or worse, confronting a fire hazard on the road. Even if the Bronco Sport avoids catching fire, the engine and turbocharger defects can leave you with a vehicle that is overheating and undependable. Owners have reported persistent overheating difficulties and turbocharger malfunctions, which are sufficiently severe to terminate your adventures entirely. The notion of exploring remote regions with the Bronco Sport sounds exhilarating, but the truth is that these engine problems make it a risky proposition. When your vehicle is more prone to overheat or experience mechanical failure than to tackle rugged trails, you swiftly lose confidence in its off-road capabilities. In addition to engine problems, the Bronco Sport has been subject to numerous recalls, which further emphasizes its reliability issues. Ford has had to replace a significant number of engines under warranty, raising serious doubts about the vehicle's long-term durability. What was once an appealing, rugged SUV has become a source of anxiety for many owners, who are left constantly wondering if their Bronco will survive the next adventure without a pricey breakdown. The notion of a tough, go-anywhere vehicle is compromised by these persistent problems that have affected the Bronco Sport from the start. Purchasing a Ford Bronco Sport might appear to be the ideal option for outdoor enthusiasts, but it often feels more like a trap for those in search of dependability. Rather than providing a sense of adventure, the Bronco Sport tends to deliver a range of frustrations, from engine malfunctions to fire hazards, making off-roading seem more like a burden. If you're looking for a genuine off-road experience, the Bronco Sport may not be the right choice. With so many ongoing issues, it's likely to spend more time in the repair shop than on the trails, resulting in an unreliable and expensive vehicle. Nissan Rogue. The Nissan Rogue may appear to be a dependable compact SUV, but beneath its exterior, it conceals a multitude of problems that could transform your road trip into a calamity. The principal issue resides in the Rogue's turbocharged 3-cylinder engine, which utilizes variable compression technology. Although this might initially seem noteworthy, it is, in reality, a complex system susceptible to malfunction. The internal components, specifically the bearings and links, are highly prone to damage, frequently leading to complete engine failure. What's more, when this occurs, it's not merely a minor repair. You're confronting a costly repair bill, potentially amounting to thousands of dollars. However, the engine isn't the sole offender in the Rogue's dependability nightmare. The vehicle also features a continuously variable transmission, CVT, which, akin to the engine, is far from reliable. The CVT in the Rogue is infamous for premature failure, leaving drivers stranded when it inevitably malfunctions. And since you cannot rebuild a CVT, you're left with the expensive option of a complete transmission replacement. This contributes to the increasing array of problems that make owning a Nissan Rogue a costly risk. In addition to the engine and transmission problems, the Rogue has drawn the attention of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, NHTSA, which has initiated an investigation into the vehicle's reliability. When the government starts scrutinizing a vehicle, it's clear that the situation has escalated beyond typical complaints. The high number of engine failures and transmission issues in these cars has raised significant concerns about the Rogue's long-term durability. For owners, it's not a question of whether the vehicle will break down, but rather when it will happen. Purchasing a Nissan Rogue can quickly become a costly error that empties your wallet. What initially appeared to be a great deal at the dealership could result in countless visits to the mechanic and a constant feeling of anxiety every time you turn the key. If you prioritize reliability and peace of mind while driving, it's wise to steer clear of the Rogue. With so many potential problems lurking beneath the surface, it feels more like gambling with your car's lifespan and your finances. Infiniti QX50. The Infiniti QX50 may seem to be the embodiment of luxury, providing elegant design and high-end features, but beneath the polished exterior, it's a different tale. The QX50 shares its fundamental components with the Nissan Rogue, signifying it inherits the same troublesome turbocharged 3-cylinder engine and continuously variable transmission, CVT. While you're paying a premium for what appears to be a luxury SUV, you're essentially receiving the same undependable engine and transmission that afflict its more economical counterpart. The outcome is a vehicle that merges high repair costs with the same defects found in budget models, leaving owners feeling as though they've been deceived. The QX50's engine employs variable compression technology, which, although promoted as an innovative feature, introduces considerable complexity and dependability concerns. This system is susceptible to internal bearing damage and drivetrain issues, which can lead to catastrophic engine failure. Envision spending a significant sum on a luxury vehicle, only to have the engine malfunction at the most inopportune time. That's the unfortunate reality for numerous QX50 owners, who are burdened with facing hefty repair bills and a vehicle that might leave them stranded on the roadside. The QX50's engine problems are compounded by its CVT, which is just as unreliable as the one found in the Nissan Rogue. This transmission is notorious for failing early, often necessitating a costly full replacement. To make matters worse, you can't simply rebuild the CVT. It means shelling out for a new one. So, in addition to engine failures, QX50 owners are also burdened with transmission troubles that can really hit their wallets hard. For a luxury SUV, this level of unreliability is quite surprising. Consumer Reports has been clear about the QX50's poor reliability, giving it a negative rating and advising potential buyers to avoid this so-called luxury vehicle. Purchasing an Infiniti QX50 feels like booking a stay at a fancy hotel, only to discover that the amenities are lacking, leaving you frustrated and disappointed. Instead of relishing the prestige of owning a luxury brand, you're faced with the same problems that plague more affordable vehicles. It's a tough reality to accept, especially when you realize the reliability you expected just isn't there. Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid. The Chrysler Pacifica Hybrid was originally proclaimed as a revolution in family-oriented transportation, offering the prospect of merging fuel efficiency with the spaciousness and comfort families require. Nevertheless, this hybrid minivan has rapidly become a warning for anyone seeking to purchase a dependable vehicle. Behind its stylish design and advanced features lies a multitude of mechanical defects, most notably with its hybrid system. Owners have reported frequent malfunctions, with the vehicle unexpectedly ceasing to function while in motion, leaving families stranded. This is particularly worrisome for a minivan that's intended to prioritize safety and dependability for families in transit. However, the Pacifica Hybrid's problems don't end there. In addition to the engine shutdowns, the vehicle has a disturbing history of fire hazards due to defects in the hybrid system. These fires can be perilous and have raised serious concerns about the vehicle's safety. Families who purchased the Pacifica Hybrid anticipating a secure and dependable mode of transport are now confronting the reality of potentially life-threatening issues. The hybrid system, once perceived as the vehicle's selling point, is now demonstrating to be more of a drawback than an advantage, undermining the very essence of the Pacifica as a family vehicle. The reliability issues with the Pacifica Hybrid have been so significant that Chrysler has had to issue multiple recalls for the model, many of which focus on critical safety concerns. These recalls underscore the seriousness of the problems as Chrysler struggles to resolve the widespread issues with the vehicle. Even more concerning is that many owners report ongoing problems even after repairs, resulting in a frustrating cycle of repeated trips to the dealership. This not only impacts the vehicle's longevity, but also places a financial burden on families due to the constant need for repairs and potential safety risks. For families in search of a reliable and safe vehicle, the Pacifica Hybrid falls short. Instead of offering peace of mind, it brings ongoing anxiety over potential breakdowns and safety issues. The failures of the hybrid system, along with the numerous recalls, have transformed what should have been an innovative vehicle into a financial and logistical headache. When purchasing a family vehicle, one expects reliability and safety, but with the Pacifica Hybrid, frustration and an endless cycle of repairs are more likely. This situation illustrates why cutting-edge technology isn't always the best choice when reliability is the top priority. When family-friendly meets cutting-edge tech, sometimes the results aren't what you'd expect. Let's dive into what's really hiding under the hood. Hyundai Santa Fe. The Hyundai Santa Fe Hybrid presents a fusion of fuel efficiency and practicality, rendering it an alluring option for those seeking a hybrid SUV. However, beneath its eco-conscious facade lies a substantial problem with the vehicle's hybrid battery system. This system, engineered to deliver improved fuel economy and diminish emissions, has been afflicted by premature malfunctions, often requiring expensive repairs or replacements. For a vehicle marketed as an eco-friendly, intelligent choice, the Santa Fe Hybrid's battery reliability falls short, leading to unexpected expenses and disappointment. Battery failures are not merely an inconvenience, they have a grave impact on the vehicle's overall performance and lifespan. When the hybrid battery malfunctions, it jeopardizes the vehicle's powertrain, making it more challenging for the SUV to function optimally. In certain instances, owners have encountered complete system shutdowns, leaving them stranded and requiring a tow. This is particularly troubling for a vehicle that's supposed to offer both the utility of an SUV and the economy of a hybrid. Instead of providing peace of mind, the Santa Fe Hybrid's battery problems transform it into a costly burden. The high cost of replacing the hybrid battery significantly exacerbates this. Hybrid batteries are sometimes much more costly to replace than traditional gas engines, and the Santa Fe Hybrid's battery is no exception. For most owners, the cost of a replacement battery can exceed the remainder of the vehicle's value by so much that what started out as a smart buy turns into a financial headache. While hybrid technology offers advantages in theory, it often comes with hidden costs that aren't always clear at the time of purchase. These unexpected expenses, like costly battery replacements, can quickly erase the savings that hybrid owners expect to see at the gas station. Moreover, the Santa Fe Hybrid has faced maintenance issues that are more frequent than anticipated. From electrical malfunctions to failures in the powertrain, this vehicle has to make frequent visits to the mechanic. Hence, it is less convenient to use on a daily basis. While the Santa Fe Hybrid may be appealing to those seeking a greener car, the real-life implications of owning it come with unanticipated complications that some buyers may not expect. For a car aimed to be economical and energy efficient, the troubles lying hidden beneath the hybrid system make it less appealing to people looking for a reliable, low-maintenance SUV. Toyota Venza. The Toyota Venza, a sleek and stylish hybrid SUV, proposes a smooth, fuel-efficient ride with the dependability Toyota is renowned for. Nevertheless, beneath its polished exterior, the Venza conceals a series of hybrid-related defects that can rapidly transform a seemingly excellent vehicle into an irritating burden. One of the most noticeable problems with the Venza is its hybrid battery system, which has been susceptible to malfunctions. These failures can cause the vehicle to lose power or operate inefficiently, undermining the very reason many buyers select a hybrid in the first place: fuel efficiency. When the battery system doesn't function as intended, the entire hybrid performance deteriorates, leading to higher maintenance costs and an overall undependable driving experience. Beyond battery problems, the Venza has encountered persistent electrical malfunctions. These defects can impact everything from the car's infotainment system to critical engine components. While the Venza is promoted as a high-tech, eco-friendly vehicle, these electrical issues frequently leave owners with a vehicle that's more trouble than it's worth. Malfunctions can lead to sudden shutdowns, poor system responses, and even parts that fail to operate correctly, making driving an unpredictable and stressful experience. For a car that's supposed to offer convenience and efficiency, these electrical headaches are a significant defect that many owners don't anticipate. While the hybrid system and electrical issues are the major problems, the Venza also faces performance issues. Owners have said that the fuel economy is not as good as they thought it would be, especially when driven in cold weather or hard usage. Though marketed as a hybrid that delivers exceptional fuel savings, the Venza often doesn't come close to such expectations, thus making it an unappealing choice for those hoping to cut down on the costs of fuel. Such performance discrepancies, along with continued maintenance needs, result in most Venza owners questioning if it was worth spending the money on the hybrid model. The Toyota Venza, once acclaimed for its eco-friendly qualities and reliability, has sadly become a hybrid headache for many owners. From faulty hybrid batteries to other electrical and performance issues, the Venza is a far cry from the excellence that comes across with the Toyota brand name. Although it may seem the perfect balance of comfort and efficiency on paper, the experience in reality is much less fulfilling as a Venza owner. For those seeking a reliable, low-maintenance hybrid SUV, the Venza may be more of a nuisance than a boon, turning what should be an efficient and enjoyable vehicle into a series of expensive repairs and continuous frustration. Mazda CX5. The Mazda CX5 is frequently lauded as one of the most stylish and enjoyable compact SUVs available, commended for its sleek design and impressive driving dynamics. Nevertheless, beneath its attractive exterior lies a multitude of serious defects that could transform a dream car into a nightmare. One of the most substantial problems with the CX5 is its turbocharged engine, which, while delivering a powerful performance, has been afflicted by dependability issues. Numerous owners have reported problems with the engine's performance, including oil consumption, power loss, and even engine knocking. These defects can lead to costly repairs and a much shorter lifespan than one would expect from a premium compact SUV. The engine problems in the CX5 are exacerbated by transmission issues that have left many owners frustrated. The CX5's automatic transmission is known for rough shifting and hesitation, which can make the driving experience far less enjoyable. In certain instances, the transmission may even fail entirely, leading to expensive repairs or complete replacement. These transmission issues are a significant concern, especially for a vehicle that promises a smooth, sporty ride. Instead of providing the seamless driving experience Mazda is renowned for, the CX5 can leave drivers battling frequent and costly transmission problems. Beside the typical engine and transmission issues that a Mazda CX5 faces, electrical problems could be a hint for something wrong in this vehicle. Problems start from infotainment to safety systems and worsen frustration of drivers expecting performance and technology at this price range. Several owners have complained of difficulty with sensors, backup cameras, or even trouble with the climate control system. While not as devastating as engines or transmission issues, electrical malfunctions in a car tend to add up, raising maintenance and ultimately detracting from the whole ownership experience. Though nice-looking, pleasant to drive, the Mazda CX5 does not make for a very appealing automobile, as its lack of dependability seems to be rather prevalent. From the troubled turbocharged engine to the troublesome transmission and lingering electrical problems, the CX5 is hardly the flawless vehicle it's made out to be. If someone wants a compact SUV that balances good looks with dependability, significant issues in the CX5 might offset those pretty curves, causing owners to wonder if they were so smart after all. BMW X5. The BMW X5 is frequently perceived as the embodiment of luxury, providing a smooth ride, powerful performance, and top-of-the-line features. Nonetheless, beneath its high-end exterior lies a multitude of serious defects that could transform it into an expensive money pit for many owners. One of the biggest problems with the X5 is its engine, which is susceptible to a variety of costly failures. Whether it's oil leaks, coolant system issues, or premature engine wear, these problems can lead to expensive repairs that can rapidly deplete your bank account. The engine's complexity and the high cost of parts make even minor repairs prohibitively expensive, leaving many owners with little choice but to pay out huge sums to keep their vehicles running. In addition to engine issues, the X5 is infamous for its transmission problems. The SUV's automatic transmission has been reported to suffer from rough shifting, hesitation, and in certain instances, complete failure. These defects can make the driving experience unpleasant and costly, as transmission repairs are among the most expensive fixes you can make to a vehicle. For a luxury SUV like the X5, which promises a refined, smooth ride, these transmission issues are especially frustrating and diminish the vehicle's overall value. As the transmission deteriorates, so does the vehicle's performance, leading to more frequent visits to the mechanic and rising repair bills. The electrical system of the X5 is another aspect from which owners suffer. The sophistication of the luxury SUV infotainment system, its sensors, and its complex safety features malfunction quite often. Many owners have complained that the navigation system fails. Sensors are faulty, and some have problems with the climate control, which means raising the maintenance costs. Considering the advanced nature of technology in the X5, these electrical failures can get rather frustrating and expensive to deal with, thereby adding extra cost to the overall expenses on owning one. This highly technologically advanced feature might become a liability if it somehow consistently proves to be trouble-causing. The BMW X5 is, in fact, a sexy and powerful SUV. Nonetheless, the cost for maintaining one is high. From engine and transmission failures to ongoing electrical issues, reliability woes beset the X5 to the point that this may be far from being a reliable luxury car for all expectations. With the cost of repair steep, it would seem that the complications associated with its parts turn ownership into a gamble. For those who are seeking luxury and reliability combined, the increasing list of problems of the X5 might quickly turn a dream car into a costly headache by leaving many owners wondering if it was worth the investment made. Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra. The Chevrolet Silverado and GMC Sierra have long been mainstays in the full-size truck market, admired for their robust design and towing capabilities. However, these trucks have been afflicted by a major defect that tarnishes their reputation: cylinder deactivation technology. While this system is intended to enhance fuel efficiency by shutting down half of the engine's cylinders during cruising, it has proven to be a ticking time bomb for many owners. The technology causes lifter failures and engine shutdowns, resulting in costly repairs and, in certain instances, complete engine failure. For a truck that's meant to handle tough tasks, these engine problems make it less dependable than you'd expect from a vehicle of this caliber. The repercussions of the cylinder deactivation system are severe. As lifter failures occur, the engine can start to make strange noises, often likened to the sound of wrenches rattling in a washing machine. This can be alarming, especially when you're on the road and expecting your truck to operate at its best. Many owners have reported being stranded, facing the reality of needing an entire engine replacement because of a defect in a system that was supposed to improve their driving experience. This defect adds up quickly, with repair bills that can easily reach thousands of dollars, erasing the cost savings the technology was meant to provide. These issues have been giving way to a flood of class action lawsuits against General Motors as far as the Silverado and Sierra are concerned. Owners sue because these trucks are not meeting the reliability standards normally expected from full-size American vehicles. The lawsuits really drive home the scope of the problem, which affects not just individual owners, but fleets. This is not just a few isolated cases, but a huge problem that has marred the reputation of GM as a maker of tough trucks. The company appears to spend more time in court than on the production line as the number of repairs and replacements continues to grow. Perhaps that is even more infuriating. Whereas General Motors will replace the engine under warranty, it cannot guarantee that the new engine will be free from the same defects. It seems that the problem is deeply ingrained in the truck's very fabric, and no amount of repair can actually correct it. There are also issues with rough shifting and transmission, especially in the 10-speed automatic transmissions in these models. The Silverado and Sierra have morphed from symbols of American automotive might to unreliable, expensive albatrosses, causing owners to question their investment and wonder whether their full-size trucks will be worth the money in the long run. Beyond engine and transmission troubles, the Silverado and Sierra also suffered from an inconsistent quality control situation. Although these are trucks built on a reputation for being reliable workhorses, subpar build quality is what many owners are complaining about, especially on interior components. Loose trim, faulty electricals, and squeaky parts characterize these trucks as well. For hardy, tough work trucks, the quality control issues thus fuel growing dissatisfaction among owners. What should be a dependable, long-lasting investment has become a burden to many drivers, leaving numerous others wondering if they made the right decision. Expecting your vehicle to perform at the highest level only to face unexpected challenges? The top contender might just surprise you. Let's reveal the final flaw that tops them all: Volkswagen Atlas. The Volkswagen Atlas has been promoted as a spacious, family-friendly SUV that proposes both style and functionality. Nevertheless, beneath its attractive exterior and roomy interior, this SUV has a number of defects that make it less than the ideal choice for many buyers. One of the biggest problems with the Atlas is its engine and transmission performance. Owners have reported a variety of issues with the 2.0-litre turbocharged engine, including sluggish acceleration, rough idling, and a general lack of power. These engine problems, combined with transmission hesitation and shifting issues, lead to a less than satisfactory driving experience for a vehicle that's meant to be versatile and capable. Beyond engine and transmission concerns, the Atlas has a reputation for electrical malfunctions that significantly impact its dependability. The SUV's advanced technology, including its infotainment system, backup cameras, and various sensors, has been known to fail at inconvenient times. Drivers frequently report that the system freezes, becomes unresponsive, or even shuts down completely. These electrical failures can be both frustrating and costly, especially as they often require specialized repairs that aren't covered under standard warranties. For a family vehicle that's supposed to offer convenience, these tech issues add unnecessary complications to ownership. Apart from its mechanical and electrical problems, the Atlas suffers from poor build quality, particularly inside. It provides a spacious cabin and luxurious features, but the Atlas has been criticized for its use of inferior materials, which leads to early wear and tear. Owners have complained about squeaky trim, peeling upholstery, and rattles in the dashboard. These build quality issues can detract from the overall ownership experience and make the Atlas feel a little less polished than some other SUVs in the same price category. Ultimately, the Volkswagen Atlas is an SUV that fails to deliver on many of the promises it started with. While it comes with enough space and a pleasing design, its performance and reliability challenges make it quite a challenge to invest in. Its problems range from engine failure and transmission errors to electrical failures and poor construction. All these do not meet expectations as set by ads. For families looking for a reliable, long-lasting SUV, the Atlas may not be the best option, as its increasing list of problems often overshadows its appealing features. Aside from all of the above issues, this Atlas also suffers from the unbalanced ride quality. As huge as it is, at some point, it never succeeded to give that smooth, comfortable ride that many people desire with family SUVs. The driving has experienced to be quite bumpy, even jarring, most particularly if the roads are either really rugged or unbalanced. When you're spending money on a vehicle that's supposed to deliver both comfort and practicality, the Atlas's lack of refinement in this area is a major letdown. Instead of offering the seamless, relaxing drives you'd hope for, the Atlas leaves many owners wishing they had chosen a more reliable and comfortable alternative. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe for more updates. Hit the bell icon so you'll always be in the loop. And before you go, check out the next video on the screen. There's more great content waiting for you. Catch you in the next one.